Welcome to this week's Maryland's Missing and the Murdered. Maryland's Missing and the Murdered is a weekly YouTube channel that covers the topic of Maryland's missing and murdered individuals. This week, I am covering the death of Mark Logsdon and Patrick Dailey. This case I remember so clearly. It was 4 days before Valentine's Day, 2016, and I was home taking care of my 2-year-old son while my other son was in pre-K. Abingdon is our next door neighbor, so to speak. I'm there practically every day. Target, Walmart, PetSmart, and yes, Panera Bread, where this horrible tragedy began. On February 10th, 2016, at 11:30 a.m., a caller called police telling them that her ex, who was a wanted individual, was inside the Panera Bread. At 11:46 a.m., Senior Deputy Patrick Dailey entered the Panera and approached the individual who was sitting at a table alone. Without warning, 68-year-old David Evans immediately shot Senior Deputy Dailey in the head. Evans then ran out of the back door and headed to Parkview at Box Hill Apartments. A second deputy arrived at Panera and found Senior Deputy Dailey mortally injured. It was at this time that all hell broke loose in southeastern Harford County. Practically every police deputy for Harford County responded to the Panera like a bat out of hell. I remember clearly hearing police sirens going up my street. It was pretty crazy. At 12 p.m., Deputy First Class Mark Logsdon and other deputies arrived at the scene. They located the suspect, David Evans, at the apartment complex. When Evans saw Deputy First Class Logsdon, he shot him as well, killing him. Needless to say, the other deputies opened fire on David Evans, killing him. The caller who called Panera Bread that day was Elizabeth Rupp, Evans' ex-wife. She had a chance encounter with him in Panera in December 2015, 2 months before this incident occurred. She hadn't seen him for the past 17 years when he shot her in 1998. He had then disappeared. She was unsure in December that it was Evans until February 10th, when she saw him again at Panera. It was then she was convinced and called 911. Panera Bread evidently was close to where one of her children lived, and she feared her family was in danger. The employees at Panera Bread were familiar with Evans. He was in there on almost daily basis, and investigators determined he was living in his car that was parked at the apartment complex nearby. A customer at Panera that day was with her 15-year-old daughter for lunch. She was sitting 15 away from Evans when he shot Senior Deputy Dailey. She told the Washington Post that she watched Senior Deputy Dailey sit down at Evans' table, said one sentence, and then he was shot, falling back in the chair. She and her daughter then went under their table and watched Evans walk out the back door, then around to the front of the building. Another customer followed Evans, assisting the police in locating him at the apartment complex. In 2002, Patrick Dailey had received an award for rescuing a child from a burning car, and Mark Logsdon was honored in 2005 for talking to a suicidal man to put down his gun. Senior Deputy Dailey and Deputy First Class Logsdon were loved in this community and will be forever missed. Thank you for joining me this week. If there is a Maryland's missing or murdered case that you would like to see on this channel, Email me at marylandsmissing@gmail.com. Music is by Silent Vengeance. Sources will be listed in the outro. Please like and subscribe. Click the bell so you'll be notified when the next cases are released. I will see you again next week. Be kind to one another. You never know what will happen tomorrow.